It's hard to believe only 6 months have passed since the OnePlus 8 and 8 Pro were unveiled during an online launch event. Of course, time flies, rumours spread, and on top of that, we're due a OnePlus 8T. Thanks for watching 9to5 Google here on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe, and then tap the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. 2020 has proved to be a weird year for Android flagships, and that's not just because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Google has since released the Pixel 5, which is definitely not competing directly with the likes of the OnePlus 8T this year. Then, at the other end, Samsung has decided that the Galaxy S20 needed its own fan edition with a lower price tag, but some seriously impressive hardware on offer. OnePlus has also finally launched a no-compromise flagship smartphone in the form of the OnePlus 8 Pro, but ended up with a relatively modest and slightly disappointing OnePlus 8. Rumours have circulated about the OnePlus 8T series almost right away, but the impressively affordable OnePlus Nord has since hit the market, changing the trajectory of the flagship killer brand in the process. Is there room in the lineup for the OnePlus 8T? Well, it's a tough question and one we're not here to answer just yet. We have, however, been keeping our ears to the ground, collating, collecting and sifting through the noise to try and substantiate fact from fiction when it comes to the OnePlus 8T rumours. As for the design, renders courtesy of OnLeaks have showcased what looks like a very Samsung-inspired look set to be unveiled by OnePlus. The rumours and these renders also suggest that OnePlus 8T is set to come with a flat display with an upper left punch-hole notch, which will appease fans, we're sure. Although the rear panel has hints of other brands, the rest of the design looks to follow the same design language as the OnePlus 8 series. The top bezel will be slightly larger than the bottom chin, with a right side alert slider and power button. Along the left, we're also expecting the volume buttons. At the bottom, you'll see a downward firing speaker with USB-C port for charging. It looks as though the OnePlus 8T will be a by-the-numbers affair with just a couple of notable tweaks. We do know for certain that the OnePlus 8T is set to come with Android 11 pre-installed. On face value, this is a fantastic decision, but given the community pushback against Oxygen OS 11, this might actually be seen as a negative by some fans. Taking so many UI design cues from Samsung's popular One UI skin is definitely a way to try and grasp the attention of mainstream buyers, although it might alienate the current core fanbase. Naturally, with the OnePlus 8T launching with Oxygen OS 11 pre-installed, it means it's coming with the new always-on display feature, plus all of the new one-handed reachability changes and that aforementioned UI overhaul. We're sure that OnePlus will also have some extra tweaks up their sleeves for the latest device on top of those too. One feature we're sure will be making a return is that of an optical in-display fingerprint reader. OnePlus has gone all in on display fingerprint readers, so it would be pretty obvious that the 8T will include one too. If it happens to be as fast as previous devices, then it should be a really solid addition to what we anticipate will be a stellar display. There are a few rumours circulating about the OnePlus 8T's internals. Given the history of the firm, you would expect to see the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus chipset, but others suggest that the OnePlus 8T will come with the Snapdragon 865 chipset, the same seen as inside the OnePlus 8 series. As there is no OnePlus 8T Pro model coming this year, it could be highly likely that for it to remain the top tier device in the OnePlus lineup, the 8T will share the same chipset as a OnePlus 8 Pro. While that is still a bit of a mystery until release, we do know plenty of the other rumoured specifications thanks to leaks and tidbits from OnePlus themselves. Here's what we know for certain though. The OnePlus 8T is coming with a 120Hz display, 65W charging, at least 8GB of RAM, and at worst the Snapdragon 865 5G enabled chip. Another report though gets a bit more granular and suggests that the OnePlus 8T will come with a 6.5-inch 120Hz Full HD Plus AMOLED display, the Snapdragon 865 chipset, 8 or 12GB of RAM, 128 or 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. After confirming that the OnePlus 8T will come with 65W warp charge capabilities, the firm also confirmed that it will include a 4500 mAh battery. That is likely good news for those worrying about all-day longevity of the device when forcing 120Hz on that display. The camera remains an area where OnePlus is yet to make the most notable gains. As prices have steadily increased, so have expectations. Renders have hinted that we'll see the first ever domino-style camera array on the OnePlus 8T though. At the rear, the camera will consist of a 48MP sensor, likely with OIS, a 16MP ultra-wide angle, a 5MP macro sensor, and 2MP monochrome sensor. The selfie camera is expected to be in the 16 megapixel flavour, although this doesn't quite match up with the OnePlus 8 Pro, it's not too far away. While the rumours don't suggest the hardware, we'd expect the same Sony IMX586 sensor as found on the OnePlus 7T and the OnePlus 8 to be used, rather than the high-end Sony IMX689 as included in the OnePlus 8 Pro camera's quad camera array. We'd expect all of the usual inclusions such as 4K 60 FPS video recording, Nightscape 2.0, PDAF and OAS on that main lens. It's a tried and tested formula for OnePlus smartphone camera hardware at this stage. The biggest question though is if OnePlus can tweak the software to enhance the end results, which are often lackluster compared to the competition. The renders may have given us a glimpse of what looks like a familiar green colour, but we're really not 100% certain what OnePlus has up their sleeve for the 8T. Using some nous, we'd expect OnePlus will maybe do some interesting things with the glacial green or ultramarine blue that the OnePlus 8 series launched in. That said, a recent Amazon India retail listing confirmed one of the colours could be aquamarine green, while leakster Ishan Agarwal tipped the other colour to come in as lunar silver. Expect some attractive colours is what we would say. OnePlus's commitment to their CMF or colour, material and finish design principles have really helped produce some absolutely gorgeous looking devices in recent years, and we expect that to continue yet again with the OnePlus 8T. Of course, we're gearing up for an interesting online-only launch event as expected for the OnePlus 8T on October 14th. Expect an online pop-up event shortly after launch and a release date within a couple of weeks right after this October 14th launch keynote. It's not entirely clear if global carriers will offer the OnePlus 8T, but it will most certainly be available unlocked directly from OnePlus.com either on launch day or in the preceding days. The most important aspect of this device though will be the pricing. The upper mid-range is arguably the toughest subsection of the market, and in 2020 has seen the competition hot up even further. Google, Samsung, Xiaomi, Oppo and now OnePlus will be vying for buyers based upon the OnePlus 8T pricing rumours. A recent leak suggests that the OnePlus 8T will launch at €599 for the 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage variant. The same leak also suggests that a 12GB of RAM and 256GB storage variant will come in at €699. This puts the pricing squarely in the Pixel 5 Challenger arena, albeit with better proposed specifications. So of course there are going to be some things that the OnePlus 8T won't include, and one of those is going to be wireless charging. Unfortunately, while the OnePlus 8 Pro now includes Qi wireless charging tech, the OnePlus 8T is not expected to come with it. This looks to be a Pro model exclusive for a little while longer. And of course there won't be a Pro model this time around, as OnePlus's Pete Lau confirmed that there will only be a mainline 8T and no OnePlus 8T Pro this year. Of course, we want to open up the floor to you. What beyond the leaks, and even including the leaks, would you like to see come launch day? We're now on countdown to October 14th, where we'll finally get to see the OnePlus 8T in the flesh. Let us know in the comments section down below what you're hoping for or what you're not hoping to see from the OnePlus 8T series. What OnePlus 8T rumours are you excited or disappointed by? And remember to keep it civil. But until next time, this is Damien with 9to5 Google saying thanks for watching, and I will speak to you later.